Hey guys, Elite Legionario here, and welcome to the first ever online battle of Medieval 2 Total War. It's not live, but it's still the first. So anyway, I am playing as my equal to first favourite faction. I'm equal with another faction, which I'll tell you next video, the Holy Roman Empire in this battle. And my opponent, Trozza, commands Spain, which is also one of my other favourite factions. I am in command of 5 units of dismounted Imperial Knights. I have 4 units of peasant archers, 6 units of armoured sergeants, and 5 units of Teutonic Knights. Trozza has 6 units of dismounted chivalric knights. I think it's 7 units of peasant archers and 6 units of Knights of Santiago. So he has quite a missile advantage, but I have more infantry, but his will have more upgrades than mine. So anyway, as you can see, we're advancing up, and I am starting the missile duel, and that's good that I get the first few volleys off because I have a significant disadvantage in this department. But we will duel that out, and Trozza is going to move all his cav to his right flank.
Our men are under attack. We must act now.
So I'm going to respond to that and bring the rest of my Teutonic Knights and Spearmen over there, except I shall leave 1 unit of these Spearmen to engage this unit so that all his infantry are pinned down. I don't expect it to win, but all I need it to do is to pin his infantry unit down for long enough that I can decisively beat his cav, which will be great. So as you can see, we're still just battling away at each other, and I like to use mass missile fire when I play, and as you can see I'm doing quite a bit of damage, but he has a considerable advantage in numbers, like I said. These Teutonic Knights look awesome. So yeah, I like to point out that I'm not very good at Medieval 2 Total War. I really like the game,
We need to act.
but I would certainly like to improve upon it. So anyway, I'm just getting my Teutonic Knights into position, and Trozza will move his slightly in a moment, I think. These Knights of Santiago look pretty cool as well.
Our men are under attack. We must act now.
I'm really impressed that my archers held out this long, did this well, because they are outnumbered by 3 whole units, which is a lot in an arch duel. I imagine the results would have been a bit different in Rome Total War. I'm moving up my infantry line here because I'm about to prepare my cavalry charge, and I want to make sure his infantry are pinned on mine so that they can't assist him in any way. So as you can see, he's moving over here. And we continue to advance, and the action's about to begin. So here I begin my charge. So they'll get their lances down and smack straight into his men who were unprepared. And here we get these guys caught, and we get our spearmen in. I get my spearmen in, and I bring some more of these units around to flank, but he's going to disengage this unit and send it out, which is fine because it will weaken this side of the battle quite a bit. So here I'm going to get a nice charge on the sides of these Knights of Santiago, but he gets quite a nice hit on mine, but they end up balancing each other out. Here I'm going to bring this unit in a moment, and our infantry line is fully engaged, and his infantry are winning this. They have more upgrades than mine, I believe, but I've got the cav battle won. And in my personal opinion, unless the opponent's using lots of spearmen, winning the cav battle is more important because cav in this game are extremely powerful, although they're somewhat more difficult to use than they are in Rome Total War. At least in my experience they are. So anyway, this carries on for a bit. He's going to move his archers around. I think he's going to try and aim for some shots in the back of my men here, which isn't exactly what I want. But it still means my archers have got some pretty easy shots to get here when he's not firing back. If this had been Rome Total War, this battle wouldn't be nearly as long in terms of the infantry battle, I don't think. But yeah, it plays a lot like Rome, but at the same time it is very different. Very, very different, so it takes a bit to get used to. Let's have a bit of a look at these warriors fighting it out with each other. Yeah, there's pretty cool battle animations on this game. There wasn't a lot in Rome. That's one thing this one added. Now here I managed to rout one of his Knights of Santiago, so this frees up this unit of 37 of my Teutonic Knights. I'm going to use it to do a firm charge on his archers, and some more of his men start to show signs of breaking in a moment.
We have lost half the army.
See, 2 units are out there. So as you can see, I've got a full charge on them. Now you're going to see what I mean. A full charge by these units here is actually good enough to destroy 55, pretty much all of this unit. You watch. 55 they're at.
Half the enemy force remains.
And they're down to 28 in that one charge. If that had been Rome Total War, my cavalry would have likely routed then, or done very little damage and taken enormous casualties. And now I've finished it off with this unit that gets them here, and they didn't even get a full charge, and that routed that unit. So cavalry in this game, heavy cavalry can decimate heavy infantry in this game. Very different from regular Rome, from normal Rome rather, Monk War. And anyway, I get a nice hammer and anvil in here, and it'll rout him. And Trozza knows he's beaten, so he decides to admit defeat.
Let us bury our dead and move on.
So that's an average victory, which I'm more than happy to achieve because I'm not very good at Medieval 2 Total War. Anyway, I deployed 1,783 men, I got 891 kills, I had 892 men, and men remaining, and I got 923 kills plus 156 captured. So that's about 1,000 and something or other, 1,070 or something like that I actually got. Trozza, he deployed 1,531 men, so I had 200 more men than him. He got 1,080. He lost 1,080 men. He has 451 men remaining. He got 1,041 kills, so it's pretty even in terms of kills. As you can see, my Teutonic Knights did very well, and they captured quite a few guys as well. My Armoured Sergeants got pretty owned, but they did their job of adding support to my cavalry and pinning down some of his other units. The dismounted Imperial Knights, they held. I didn't think they'd be able to beat his knights when I saw them, because I knew his knights had more upgrades, but they certainly did a very good job, and they held in there nicely, so I'm real pleased with them. And my peasant archers did fantastic, considering they were outnumbered by an extra 3 units. So all in all, that was a good battle to Trozza, and I hope you guys enjoyed the first Medieval 2 Total War game, and I'll be bringing you some more soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later.